Hello. So, it is time for week 6 of UBL Season 5. Yeah, week 6, yeah. So, this one's gonna be tough. I say gonna be tough, but I've actually already played the match. But, regardless, like, going into this, I was knowing it was going to be tough, because this is Jiggypoo, coach of the Flying for Alligators. They've been doing very well. They were actually 4-1 with a plus 18 differential. Their Suicune has swept like 3 people. So their team consists of Megalade, Corviknight, Nidoqueen, Tapu Bulu, Suicune, Incineroar, Chansey, Vikavolt, Aerodactyl, and Dragonair. They've made some changes since the initial team analysis, making the team less reliant on webs, but still has them, and also still has Aero for that speed as another Stealth Rocker. They also didn't have Chansey originally. That gives them more access to Stealth Rocks. Although I think they had Miltank originally. And also extra Defoggers, which I think the team did need, and it makes the team a lot scarier to go against. Megalade is a Pokemon that it really doesn't have any switch-in. Suicune's terrifying, you have to have an answer to Suicune. Corviknight is impossible to break, I swear. Nidoqueen is so versatile. Bulu is terrifying. Like, in terms of an offensive perspective, defensively it just dies, but you know. Instin's gonna be a pain to kill. Chansey, I don't expect Chansey. To be honest, like, I kind of expect the top 6. I don't expect Chansey. I don't expect Vikavolt. I don't expect Terra, and I certainly don't expect Dragonair. I just think the top 6 are probably their best option. They need Corviknight for removal. Suicune just seems too hard to pass up. Instin's their best switch into Zard X. Bulu is a great answer to Rotom Wash. Nidoqueen is likely their Rock Setter if they are to bring it, which is what I'm expecting. Rocks, 3 attacks. And then Megalade could probably win the game if I let it, so. As for what I am bringing, or I did bring, you know, you'll be seeing it in the match. So I did record the match live, I just didn't do a team builder. Super bulky Lando. This is to make sure I live. Adamant Max Attack Ice Punch. From -1 Gallade, and obviously you can't intimidate what's it called? Inner Focus. But getting it on the initial switch-in is kind of the idea. So, Smackdown is for Corviknight, Knockoff, U-Turn, and Earthquake. Again, other than Corviknight, they don't really have a lot of great Earthquake switch-ins. So, yeah, they've got, like, Vikavolt and Aero, but I don't expect either. I'm sure they've got Bulu, but, like, Bulu's not going to be there forever. And we can U-turn on Bulu. A little bit of random speed creeping. Bit in attack. Nothing too special. Virizion. Virizion's actually going to get to see play. We technically brought it against Vitrina, because I wanted a Zygarde answer. Spoilers, Virizion's not a good Zygarde answer. But it's my grass type, so I had to bring it. But obviously we ended up getting a forfeit win there. So I see play close combat. This actually does really well into their team, surprisingly. Like with a few things you're going to see, it outspeeds Bulu, max speed Bulu. And if Corviknight goes down, they don't actually have many switch into a +1 or +2 Virizion, depending on, you know, Instant. So, like, Gallade and Corv go down, and this actually, like, kind of just wins the game, so. Yeah, just having a really good grass type to help take. Like, this is my main switch into Suicune as well. It's like super bulky. +2 Scald doesn't break a Virizion sub, so that's the idea there as well. It's like if they just want to click sub or Calm Mind, I can just get into Virizion, sub on up, and they really can't do anything about it. And then I can either Swords Dance or just fire off Close Combat or Leaf Blaze, which are pretty solid into their team. Next up, Rotom Wash. Again, outspeeding max speed Bulu. Volt Switch, Hydro Pump, Will-O-Wisp, and Pain Split. getting the Will-O-Wisp off on things like Bulu, things like Corviknight, things like Gallade, if I can get it, are going to be super, super valuable here. Pain Split for the survivability. And just a bit in defense, because I know this is probably, like, if I'm going to want to get a burn on the Bulu, I'm going to have to take a hit. And I can take a hit. Against even Animate Max Attack Bulu, if it's burn, I can take a hit. So, yeah. Next up, Zardex, Sub-SD. This seems familiar. It's like I've already done Sub-SD once. On this team. This is great at breaking. Again, like, because... Oh, it's not just for Bulu, it's for Nidoqueen as well, because Nidoqueen's 1 point faster than Bulu. So that's what that's for. So yeah, Sub-SD, 5-punch EQ. This destroys a lot of their team, other than like Fizdef Suicune. It does so much damage to so many of their mons, and again, it's more about breaking their team, because, you know, like, DD's alright, but I expect them to have answers to DD, whether it's Scarfs or whatever, like, I don't know. Whereas, like, SD just feels like just better breaking power. And we're also super bulky. I forget what the... It was probably, like, Corviknight U-turn, or, like, Hornleech from... Oh, definitely not Hornleech from Bulu. I don't think it was Suicune. It might have been in... No, it's Instant Knockoff was what it was. It was Instant Knockoff, that was what I was going for. Next up, Fizdef Florges. Very standard Florges, max HP, max defense. This is my, my quote-unquote, Gallade switching. The Gallade's a hard Pokemon to deal with. So, yeah. Other than that, very standard Florges. And then last but not least, Spadef Registeel with Iron Defense, Body Press, Rest. It's my rocker for the week, because I do think rocks are very important. But also Iron Defense, Body Press, if, like, the few special attackers that I'm afraid of go down, then this can just win the game. So, yeah. We'll see if Registeel can do it. But yeah, that is the team, and I'll see you guys in the battle. Alright. This is going to be a tough one. Didn't actually get the UBL Dark up. I'm so unprepared. We are going to challenge Jiggy. Oh, excuse me. I woke up like 10 minutes ago. Let's do this. They did bring Bulu. No Arrow. They bring... Okay. No Chansey. Okay. So... They didn't bring Vikavolt, which I'm... Okay, so... I almost got it... I think I got it right. So, and since there is a Zard check, Suicune's there to win the game, Nidoqueen's there to rocker, Gallade's there to break holes into my team. What is the lead? I assume they've got a live battle link, yeah. Just double checking, but that's why Porygon's in here. I really want to get Rocks up. I'm gonna lead Rotom though. They lead Bulu. Okay, I'm faster than any Bulu that isn't Scarfed. But I'm so scared of Scarf Bulu. Because this one is so good against their team. It's like not even funny. If it's Scarf, if it's Adamant Scarf, it kills me. Why didn't I bring a Bulu switch in? Like, I should have been bulkier on Zard. I am barely bulky. I go for it. I can pain split on so many things. Okay, we get the burn off. That's really big. We live a Horn Leech. That's not very invested. That's not very invested at all. That is invested just enough to kill me at max HP, I think. I didn't invest. I didn't put my mons in the calc. So I have to go back a bit. 80. Hopefully not that different. Versus Tapu Bulu. Right? I'm just going to close this. Too many tabs. So, only to 50 to 0.8% while burned. There's a min roll on Adamant. And a mid roll on Jolly. So I didn't learn anything. But he's definitely invested. So I can go to Zard here. I'm so sorry. Because they called it. I should have gone to Lando first. Or Registeel. Registeel would have been good as well. I outspeed Bulu because my Rotom outsped. They should expect me to outspeed here. 3 turns of grassy terrain. I'm gonna Mega Evolve and I'm gonna sub. Yep, they're gonna go instant, as expected. Now unless it's invested, knockoff will not break my sub. It's EQ, but because I'm grounded, I actually take it. There's a roll on that, so Charizard, Megazord X. I have 136 HP. No, I have 208 HP. 208 versus Instant EQ. Earthquake in grassy terrain. With no investment, it's a low roll to KO. I don't think they have any investment. What EQ? This should kill. Unless they're, like, insanely bulky on the physical side. This outspeeds everything on their team except Gallade, and Gallade can't switch in. They go to Bulu. They at least scout for it. They can switch into Instant. How much is this going to do? Also, I can get some info on the Bulu set here. So I am +3. It's Adamant 136. On Tapu Bulu. EQ does 17 to 20%, does 19%, so it looks like it's just max HP, max attack. And obviously Fire Punch will ruin it. And I think they're going to scout for the Fire Punch, so I'm going to sub. Ooh, they actually just go for the Stone Edge. I'll just take out the Bulu. It is Ochre, but I am at +3. They bring in Nidoqueen. This has to be Scarf Nidoqueen. It's the only way it can kill me. So Nidoqueen. Modest, no Scarf. Oh, sorry, no Life Orb. If it is Modest, it has a chance. If it is Timid, okay, it has a chance to kill me regardless. In fact, it kills me regardless. If it is Scarf Nidoqueen, which this has to be. This has to be Scarf Nidoqueen. There's no other way around it. So I'm going to go Lando. Goes for the Earth Power. It has to be Scarfed. Regardless, I'm slower. I can U-turn here. Get some momentum. Showing Scarf does not show pretty much anything about my Lando. Grassy Terrain is going to be gone for the game. So Scarf Nidoqueen. Yeah. Okay. I get to U-turn here. And I'm going to think for a second. Both on my end and on their end. Now, how much does Virizion actually do to... what's it called? Now, Suicune, I know it's a 2-hit KO, but what about Corviknight? It's like 40%. I'm just going to go to Rotom. I don't think I have to play this, like, aggressively with Virizion yet. I'll be faster than any non-invested Suicune. I can Pain Split, get my health back. I think even +2 Scald does not break a sub on Virizion. They sub. The Volt Switch will... I'll be shocked if it doesn't break a sub. There we go. Go to Virizion. They can't mind. Now, Leaf Blade at this point has a pretty good chance to, like, KO. How much would an Ice Beam do? So let's look at Suicune with Ice Beam. We're going to look at max special attack as well. We see its leftovers. We're going to look at modest max special attack just in case. Just 50%. I'm going to sub. They're going to go Corv. Force them to Brave Bird. That's not physically offensive. That's not physically offensive. That is probably Spadef. Yeah, that's Spadef. 1000%. Does U-turn break a sub? U-turn does not break a sub. Oh, I'm CC load. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for CC. Okay, Neo Queen comes in, get some damage on this. Even Scarf shouldn't do that much to Registeel. Even Scarf shouldn't do that much to Registeel. So I'm gonna go to Registeel. They could read it. That's fine. But, like, yeah. And I have a rest. The problem is they don't have a Rotom Wash switching anymore. Because they lost their Bulu. I could force rocks up here. Honestly, I think I should. I think I should just force rocks up here. They're bringing Gallade. Straight into Lando. The Ice Punch, they get it right, but I knew I could live one hit. That was the important thing. I knew I could live one. And that was why I was okay doing this. I'm going to U-turn. I'm going to Ice Punch again. And I'm going to go to Florges. I think there's no way they stay in. Charizard. 208 versus Corv. Corv will break a sub. Okay. With Brave Bird anyway. Won't break it with U-turn, obviously. I'm going to go to Rotom. To go to Corv, yeah. I knew they had to. But they didn't have a choice. I've got a very safe Hydro Pump here. I think. Let's see, I don't want to let its Corv stick around if I don't have to. So my Rotom, Rotom Wash versus Corviknight. If it is Spadef, which it looks to be. Careful. Volt Switch doesn't even KO. But getting a burn on his finger would be nice, so I'm going to do that. There's it, Roosts up. It's very fair. But getting the burn on this means that its damage output is severely limited, which means Zard is now switching. Because Zard can now sub on it. Honestly, I'm just going to stay in. No, I don't like that play. I should have, okay, no, I'd like that play then. I wanted to stay in. That's the main thing. I didn't think they wanted to stay in. Last move has to be Defog. There's no other way around it. There you go, Suicune. Volt Switch will do a good amount here. Puts them down to 16%. Virizion at this point isn't that useful. I will live even an Ice Beam, even modest max special attack Ice Beam. Go for a Toxic. That's fine. So that means no rest. That means last move is Scald. CC will take out Corv at this point. CC will take out this at this point, I believe. Because that's 135, 270. This is 180. This was doing 53%. Yeah, so this should kill. The only switching they've got into Leaf Blade is Incineroar. Am I that afraid of Incineroar coming in? Not really. I guess they just want to put me on a timer. I'm going to go for the CC. Just in case Corv wanted to try and get cheeky. At Suicune down, that means Virizion's a bit more expendable. If Nidoqueen comes in, or Gallade comes in, I will let Virizion go. If Incin or Corv come in, well, if Corv comes in, it dies. If Incin comes in, which I don't think it will. Honestly, I want to keep the Corv around. Corv is the last thing that really lets me set up a sub with Zard. And Zard with a sub up gets a kill, most likely. Are you going to Nidoqueen? That's fine with me. I let this go. I want to see it out. This will be good, yeah, because that's a visual indication that it is indeed Scarfed. Which is good for me. Like, having that visual indicator is good. Unfortunately, I can't do the... Did I look at Drain Punch or Close Combat? Registeel versus Gallade. Because I don't know if I looked at Close Combat or Drain Punch. I looked at Close Combat. So Drain Punch is a different story. They go for another Sludge Wave. That's what I wanted. I wanted them to make me overpredict. Now, the only reason why you do this is because you have Taunt. Does that set make sense? Taunt, Parting Shot, Fire Move, plus EQ. Does that make sense? I want them to show it. And even then I have a rest. It's knock off, okay. So you get the +6. I think they're willing to just trade Instant so they can get into Nidoqueen. That's all they're doing. They're trading this to go into Nidoqueen. And I'm gonna calc it. Wait, we had this interaction before, didn't we? So Nidoqueen, Modest, no Scarf. Oh, damn it. Sorry, Modest Scarf. It did 46% to me before. So they're just trying to chip me into a range of it. Go for Earth Power. That is unfortunate. Because that was a dead Nidoqueen. Go to Rotom for obvious reasons. The nice thing here is I can Volt Switch. So any over predictions don't matter. They can't. I've seen a visual indication of Scarf. They cannot go for. If they Earth Power, that's fine. I Volt Switch, I stay in. Nothing happens. And I can actually just Volt Switch until they run out of Earth Powers or they switch themselves. Yeah. So they go to Corviknight. And we actually keep this thing alive, which is really important because of the lefties. Which means I get a sub up for free. Because of the burn. So I wanted it earlier. I knew Brave Bird would not break a sub. Because of the burn. So your Nidoqueen. They have no choice. They have to Earth Power. They will lose their Nidoqueen. And then it comes down to, can I beat Gallade? There's the question on everyone's mind. Should be able to figure out some stuff about this Gallade. So Landorus. I was a very, very bulky Landorus. So Landorus. Defensive. I don't know if I had that much defense. I just go for Sludge Wave. I had 262 defense versus Gallade. Hey, Gallade, Ice Punch. At -1? Okay, good. It's 79%. That means they're adamant. They have to be adamant to get that damage. We'll just go for it. There's no reason to overpredict. There's no reason to save this. It'll give me some information if it's actually got speed investment. It'll also let me know, if my own Rotom outspeeds it. And if it doesn't outspeed me, I think it dies. Or it lives on just barely enough. Zard was a lot more impactful in this game than I actually expected it to be, but, so yeah, that Stone Age miss obviously hurt right at the beginning. They SD, that's probably the right play, and I Fire Punch, and I get the game. Oh, they're not happy about the Stone Edge miss. They're very not happy about the Stone Edge miss. Okay. Yeah. It's happened to me. I made reads that just... It happens. It's Pokemon. It's unfortunately something that happens. Like I say, it's happened to me. Like, I know it's happened to me. What, last week I played GSE Season 3. I read them staying in with Wigglytuff to Stealth Rock. They did. I missed my Hurricane. With Noivern. That was a dead Wigglytuff. If I hit that Hurricane. So, like, it's Pokemon. And Stone Edge is the most infamous move for missing. So, again, sorry about the miss. It's hacks, it's Pokemon. But, yeah, that is gonna be it. So, yeah. But yeah, that puts us now 6-0. Which is pretty good. In hindsight, I should have just switched to Registeel, to Scout. So. Yeah. That means that, yeah, we're 6-0. Zard got 4 kills. Zard actually did something. Like, this is the first game Zard's actually really done something. Sub SD just put on so much work here. Again, obviously, Stone Instrument sucks, but, you know, like, you can't say the whole game was decided on that turn, in my opinion. I had other mons. Like, Floor just didn't do anything, and Floor just could have beaten Gallade. Especially if they didn't have a... Because they didn't... Like, if they had Ice Punch, there's no way they didn't have Zen Headbutt then. They had to choose one. So, yeah. They had to choose a move that didn't work on one of my mons. So. But anyway, that'll be it. Thank you very much. Words. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.